How do you create a course if your topic is something that constantly updates and changes? This I can relate to a lot, being somebody who teaches tech. So there's a couple of different ways that you can approach this. The first is that with most training, there are always going to be some core elements that usually stay the same over a long period of time. So pick out inside your course, what are the principles that are always going to be similar? Let's pick Facebook advertising as an example. Let's pretend somebody teaches Facebook advertising. There's always going to be changes in how that interface or that platform works. And so we don't want to necessarily pre-film a course that is going to be evergreen, because we are going to be forever refilming it. It's never going to be done, and it's going to be very labor intensive. However, there will certainly be a couple of modules that are probably going to be consistent for a few years, like who is your target audience in this example, like how to come up with content ideas, how to put together the ad in terms of the copy and the persuasive language that you might use in that copy, or what are the principles of design in terms of the media, right? You get the point here. There's going to be something that you can pre-record, that they can be self-studied by your learners and can sit there for quite some time before it would need to be updated again. So I would recommend that that is the part that people would self-study. But with the then tech elements that are constantly changing, I would then add on maybe a couple of weeks or a day, whatever period of time you're spreading this out over, depending on whether it's going to be a coaching program or a self-study program that just has a one live call that comes with it as a group, for instance. That bit would be delivered live. So I would be using a laptop or a computer that has a camera with a share screen function. Something as simple as Loom or Zoom is perfectly sufficient. This is where you're going to bring people in, you're going to share your screen and demonstrate whatever it is, the tech that you're sharing or this thing that constantly updates, live with those students there and then. And the fact that it's live, the fact that it is being delivered in the present moment, is actually your USP. This is what makes your program more enticing, because you can say, this is the most up-to-date version of this program that anyone else is teaching, because I'm teaching it to you live real right now. And this would also increase the value of your program in terms of how you are pricing it. Anything that involves you in person and live significantly increases the price and the value, because those individuals can talk to you, pick your brain, actually get to spend time with you as the expert. And you could even be double smart here and create 2 tiers of that program by saying tier 1 is the much lower price, which is the self-study elements only, and they can just buy that smaller priced version. And then of course at the end of that smaller priced version, upsell the second tier, which would be all of the live training elements as well, where they get to join that live coaching call with you to get the most up-to-date training on whatever it is that you are teaching. So I hope that gives you a couple of ideas. They're certainly not the only ways to deliver training that constantly requires new information or updates to the content. It certainly can be done. You most definitely can use hybrid delivery methods to teach something that it's always requiring new information. If you've got any questions, drop them below. And if you want to create your very own online course coaching program or membership, come and join my Concept to Course program, where you will plan, create and launch your program in just 30 days. It only opens twice a year. Concept to Course. I'll see you there.